So you want to get rich with the memes. You've seen your friends, maybe family members, maybe even people just on the internet that you don't like as well, making shit tons of money with meme coins in the cryptocurrency market. And you're wondering to yourself, well, shit, can I do the same thing? It looks easy as hell. I wanted to give some probabilistic analysis here as to what that would essentially look like. And then you can decide for yourself if this is reasonable or not. I realize that my face is in kind of a weird, precarious place right now, but it's the best place for this particular presentation. I do want to make a note that this video is being recorded on October 21st of the year 2024, and that does mean that this data will change over time naturally with an upcoming bull market. The numbers here are probably going to be a little bit undershot, meaning that the real numbers during a bull market are going to be a little bit higher. But there are also some other considerations as well that might even lower the probabilities, which we will make a note of in the upcoming slides. So let's get into it now. I want to first go over just some general data. I also want to preface this by saying we're going to be using coin market cap for all of the data metrics here, which again, they probably don't have all of the data on all memes. So again, probability is probably even worse here as well, to be fair. But we have to go off of something, and this is the only place that does have like everything in one area. So there are 3,012 memes in the meme category and 129 political memes in the political meme category. I don't know why they're segregated on TradingView or CoinMarketCap, but they are. And that gives us a total of 3,141. That is the number that I'm going to be calculating for total memes. We're just going to combine them. I don't see any reason to segregate them. Again, this is an election year, so political memes are quite hot right now. But let's look at the market cap of both of these sectors. The total market cap of memes combined is $61,252,327,232, comprised of 3,141 total coins. Now that's versus 9,869 total coins on a CoinMarketCap. Again, there's more out there in the world, but I guess they're just too irrelevant to even be on CoinMarketCap. It's like you have Toad Coin on there, but Herpity Derp Merp Coin can't be on there. So fair enough. Anyways, the total market cap of all crypto, of every crypto on CoinMarketCap is 2.39 trillion, trillion with a T, with over 1.3 trillion of that in Bitcoin. So, the rest of the crypto market is like 1 trillion essentially in the other 9,868 total coins. I put in a little bit of a chart right here, of course, and again just pulled that data from CoinMarketCap. From there, I wanted to calculate the total amount of market cap that memes account for, and that would be, again, using that 61 billion number, about 2.56% of the global market cap. So quite small, actually. You can see in this graph right here, it's not even represented in its own categories, just in others. So it's 61 billion. It's about 10% or a little bit more than 10% of the others category. So, quite small. It's not nothing, but it is quite small. Anyways, let's now define the moonshot. Let's get to the fun stuff. I will make some caveats later on some of this data because some of the smarter people out there are going to realize like, hey, this is actually much worse than what I realized. And yes, I will make a note of that, but just let me get through this first. Again, we have to be going off of something here. So I'm going to take some liberties in these definitions. So for the purpose of this study, we will define a moonshot as 100x move. Okay, just 100 times, not a 10x move, not a 1000x move, although we will go over a 1000x move later. But if we estimate that the average person will invest $1,000, so again, another big assumption here, maybe some people more, maybe some people less, but just for the purpose of these calculations, $1,000. For the proverbial moonshot, then they would expect to make $100,000 given the highly coveted 100x move. We will assume that the average person finds a low cap coin with 100x potential around about 1 million in market cap. Again, some people might find something around like 10,000 market cap or 100,000 market cap, but I wanted to go off of something, a number that's maybe more reasonable here, because like anything under 1 million is like is like really, really low key. Doesn't mean that it can't happen, but again, that's what we're going to be using for the calculation. 1 million market cap, which is very low, or very, very low. And even then, very few cryptos even have above 1 million, by the way, compared to the total amount, I should add. So that means that the market cap would have to go up above, or at least to 100 million. So a couple of caveats here. First, again, referencing those smarter people whose wheels are already turning, a 100x move on market cap is not the same thing as a 100x move on price. A 100x move on market cap is significantly easier to get than a 100x move on price. And in reality, when you see a 100x move on market cap, in this case going from 1 million to 100 million, that is going to result in a significantly less amount in terms of actual price. So the reality is that it's actually worse than this, probably by a good margin, actually. But again, had to go off of something, and to just calculate it based off of price would be too fucking difficult to do, to go like through every single goddamn one. So market cap was an easier way to equate for this. Again, understand the calculation of market cap. It is the last traded price versus total circulating supply, or total supply, whatever it is, I forget. But I think it's total circulating supply, meaning that if your last price, just rose up a shit ton and someone bought there, then your market cap goes up significantly, but that's not really what was actually gained, because there was a lot of people who theoretically bought significantly under that current price, traded, so, which means that there's, a lot less going on. Anyways, we had to go off some, so that's what it's going to be. Also, understand that theoretically, if a person were to repeat this process 10 times without a single failure, by the way, so 10 times without failure, they're perfect, they're fucking the best trader of all time, they would net $1 million before taxes, assuming that you're in a jurisdiction that, requires taxes, or that you even pay tax to begin with. But there you go, you make $1 million, at least on paper. By the way, there are only 10 memes with a market cap of over 1 billion, just so you know. A lot more, about 40 over 100 million. But we'll get to that down in a moment here. All right. In fact, we'll get to it right here. Let me just adjust my face again. How many memes have a market cap above 100 million? Well, 38 of the regular memes do. I listed some of them right here. Obviously, they don't all fit into one window. And then political memes, there was two. Two of them had above 100 million. In fact, of the regular memes, like I said, about 8 of them had above at least 1 billion, with Doggy Coin having over 21 billion, which is pretty crazy, pretty amazing actually. Moving on from there, moving my face again. A total of 40 memes have a market cap of over 100 million out of the 3,141 listed on CoinMarketCap. So already, just looking at only memes, the probability of a meme being in that 100 million club is just over 1.25%. 1.25%. 1.25%. It's like flipping a coin 19 times and getting heads every time. It's unlikely. Or maybe 18 times. Who knows how bad my mental math is right now. A total of 376 cryptocurrencies in total, not just memes, but all cryptos, have a market cap of over 100 million. So out of all cryptos, only 3.81% have a market cap of over 100 million. So the wheels should already be turning in your head. Memes versus all. So 40 versus 376. So out of the 376 of total cryptos that have a market cap above 100 million, about 10% of them, or a little bit over 10% of them, are memes, which actually doesn't sound too bad. But you have to make it into the 100 million club first, which is very difficult. Adding it all up. So out of all the cryptocurrencies, there are only 3.81% that have a market cap above 100 million. Out of those, only 40 memes, or literally less than half of a percent. Literally less than half of a percent. Literally less than a half of a percent of memes exist in the 100 million market cap club, which again doesn't even mean that you get a 100x from 1 million market cap. There are 3,141 total memes on CoinMarketCap. Only 1.27% of all memes make it into the 100. Hold on. Yes, only 1.27% of all memes related to the meme category make it into the 100 million market cap club. So even if you're just looking at memes, it's literally just over 1.25%. Again, like think about flipping a coin 18 or 19 times and getting heads in a row. if you just pick like a random meme. So let's now assume, and that's just for one. That's just for one. Now let's assume that you want to make $1 million using this method here. It's a very crude method, which is probably understated already because of the market cap calculation. To repeat this process 10 times, you need to effectively roll. I asked Grok this because I could not. My brain broke when I tried to do this. If a coin has a basically 0.5% probability to land on heads than tails, what is the probability of flipping 10 heads in a row? Because you need to do this 10 times. It calculated out a number that is so small that I actually don't know how to read it. It's 1.75 times 10 to the negative 26 power. It's quite low. Even Grok said, this is an extremely small probability, much smaller than the probability for a fair coin due to the heavy bias towards tails. Yes, indeed. But Grok isn't going to be making money off of, or sorry, let me actually put it right there. Grok isn't going to be making money in the meme sector. And I realized that my face was in the way here, but there you go. We can fix it right there as well. All right, cool. You can see all the data. Boom, boom. And then the last slide here, potential considerations. So of course, also some smart people out there are going to be thinking, well, look, Crown, you're an idiot, because I'm not going for the 100x. I'm going for the 1000x, idiot. Okay, fair enough. Some memes don't just go to 100 million market cap. Okay, yeah, 100%. That is true. They can go much higher into the billions, although significantly less likely it can occur. If one were to hold through all of that, then they would just need actually 1/1000x from a 1 million market cap coin to 1 billion market cap coin to turn 1,000 into 1 million. Again, in reality, it's going to require a lot more than that, actually, like a lot more than that. Yeah, so only 8 memes have a market cap of over 1 billion. So you do the math. And that's where we'll end on this presentation. So yeah, again, a lot of these calculations were quite crude, but it is, I think, a better question to be asking would be, can you make like billions off of a fucking lottery ticket than this? What's more likely? Probably memes. But yeah, fair enough. Some numbers to consider if you're playing this game. I understand this, and this is really to be taken as like some fun analysis here, not like super like me telling you what to do or anything like that. It's just, hey, here's some numbers. Take that as you will. If you're going to play the meme game, just understand what you're getting into, and maybe you can afford to take some pot shots from afar, with house money or just money that's disposable to you. But if it's your like only method of acquiring wealth, and you're looking for shit like this, the 100x, it would seem unlikely. It would seem unlikely to me. So I'll leave things right there. I'll let you make your own conclusions from that, and I'll see you in the next one.